Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Jaya Gupta. Today I am going to discuss the types of painting essentials needed for a beginners. So without any further ado, let's start the video. If you want to learn how to draw or paint and are wondering what materials you will need, this list of art supplies for beginners covers 8 products every new artist should have. In this video, you will learn about each supply and find out how to choose the best ones for the beginner as well as where to buy them. Link of every item for online shopping is given in the description box, or you can buy it from the local market store. So check it out. So the first thing that every painting beginner need is a sketchbook. Also guys, if you like the video, do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. A sketchbook is an essential supply for those learning to draw. Whether you plan to take a drawing class or learn on your own, this item should be the first on your list. Sketchbook can be used for drawing shapes, practicing composition, etc. Even if your primary interest is painting, a sketchbook is the perfect place to plan out a painting before working on other materials. What kind of sketchbook should I get? So the perfect size is 9 into 12. My suggestion is, once you have learned the basic of drawing, consider getting a drawing pad too. Drawing pads are made with heavier weight paper, which is better for finished work. So the second item is graphite drawing pencils. Graphite pencils can be used to draw everything from the simplest of the sketches to the highly detailed drawings. They can be bought individually or in sets. Sets are great for beginners because they have an assortment of pencil types for drawing and shading. The average 6 pencil set will have 2H, HB, B, 2B, 4B and a 6B. These numbers correspond with the hardness of the graphite. So my suggestion for the graphite pencils is, being a beginner, you should start with a set of 6 shades of graphite pencils. The third item is art pencil sharpener. A pencil sharpener will keep your pencil sharp for your drawings. Metal handheld sharpeners are easy to use and allow you to see the pencil tip as it's being sharpened. This helps prevent over sharpening and broken pencil tips. So the next question that immediately clicks in your mind is, what kind of pencil sharpener should I get for sketching? So the answer is 8mm single standard pencil size, or double sharpener with 8mm and 10.5mm holes for thicker pencils. The suggestion is, replace the pencil sharpener or the blade when it's not sharpening well. Fourth item is ruler. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. A ruler is a necessary tool for drawing horizontal lines, streets, structures, or anything else with straight lines. Choose a 12 or 18 ruler made with stainless steel or anodized aluminium. These types of rulers are easy to keep clean. The suggestion is, some artists like fork back rulers because they stay in place on the paper or canvas. Do hit the like button and also comment down what video you want next. The fifth item is watercolor or acrylic paint set. Watercolor and acrylic paints are two of the best choices for those learning to paint. They are both water-based, so paint thinners aren't needed for painting or cleanup. Beginners can learn basic painting skills by taking a class or from books, videos, or online tutorials. So the question that comes to our mind is, what type of watercolors should I buy? So the answer is, choose a transparent watercolor pan set with 8 12 colors. Do give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such updates. So the next question that comes to our mind is, what kind of acrylic paints should I buy? So my answer is, look for a set of heavy body acrylics in tubes. Heavy body paints shows brush strokes but can be thinned with water for a smoother appearance. So the next question related to acrylic paint that comes to our mind is, what colors of acrylic paints should I buy? The answer is, buy a beginner's set that includes at least 6 colors. The colors are red, yellow, green, blue, black and white. So my suggestion for this is, buy 2 tubes of white because it's helpful to have extra for mixing colors. So the sixth and the important item is paint brushes. So once you have paints, you'll need some brushes. If you visit an art supply store, you'll find many types to choose from. The types are natural or synthetic bristle, long handle or short handles, and various shapes and sizes. To keep things simple as you are learning how to paint, choose a beginner's brush set for watercolor or acrylics. Sets include an assortment of brushes for different painting techniques. So again, the new question that comes to our mind is, what type of paint brushes should I use? The answer is, both natural and synthetic bristle brushes can be used for watercolor and acrylic. Natural bristle brushes tend to show brush strokes while synthetic bristles leave smooth lines. If you are not sure which one to choose, try both to see which one you like. If you plan to paint with watercolors and acrylics, golden Taklon brushes are a good option. This synthetic brush material is durable and can be used with many types of paint. So my favorite brush set is the Royal Langnickel Soft Grip, which includes 5-piece starter set. They are well-made brushes for the price and work with watercolors and acrylic paints both. So my suggestion for the paint brushes is, as you gain experience, experiment with different shapes and sizes of brushes. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. So the next 7th item is painting palette. It is also the one of the most necessary item for painting. Palette in the original sense of the word is a rigid flat surface on which a painter arranges and mixes paints. A palette is usually made of wood, plastic, ceramic or other hard, inert, non-porous material and can vary greatly in size and shape. A palette is a smooth, flat surface on which artists set out and mix their colors before painting, often designed to be held in hand. So my suggestion for the painting palette is you should always prefer wooden palette. The eighth and the last item is masking tape. It is also a very important item. So basically the masking tape is the tape made with paper. Where to use painter's masking tape? The answer is affix your tape around the areas you want to protect and edges where you want to achieve clean, sharp lines. If you are painting your walls, tape the edges of the ceiling, skirting boards, window frames and door frames, light switches and sockets. My suggestion for masking tape is, according to me, I'll always prefer the medium size masking tape, that is 24mm, as it will both cover the edges of the sheet and the surface around the sheet, so that to make it properly stable. So thanks for watching the video, and if you like this video, do hit the like button. Also comment down below how's the video and subscribe to my channel for more such updates. If you like this video, tell me in the comment section so that I'll make more videos like this. Thank you.